When I look out the window from the passenger seat, 100 miles an hour, the world just passes by. The trees seem like they're flying, the flowers only little dots of color. One scene melts into the other, and I'm just watching as the moment turns into a blur. Without slowing down, I don't think I can ever see the real beauty of each scene. The moment simply dies without being truly lived. But I'm just in the passenger seat, nowhere near in my control of the pace of this life. Slow down, slow down, slow down, is what my heart keeps screaming to the driver in the front. A faster car, a better run, counting all the medals on the wall. A race without an end, a drive without a destination, a foolish expectation of a prize. Maybe I got it all wrong. Because what is it that makes life so precious? The moments we live so special and unique. One touch never like the other. A sight only once in a lifetime. Sparkling feelings in the chest. One of a kind. Yesterday's picture is never the same as today's. With every newborn moment, the previous one dies. It's the ending that gives meaning to the beginnings. So why don't we take the driver's seat and take a different road? One we can drive on slower than before. To take it all in. To no longer watch the world go by, but to breathe in what the moment has to offer. There is no need to swim against the current, to keep the sun from rising, or to glue the fallen leaves back onto the autumn trees. I don't want to feel like I'm in that passenger seat. I want to learn how to dance with the pace of life, to take in what is gifted to me, full-heartedly, in every moment, sparing the body of the stress of participating in a hustle that is ever so often created by our very own narrator. It is a part of this life, the good and the bad stress. Sometimes running feels good, and sometimes a good run is needed. But if we never stop running, our legs will give in, our bodies get tired of life way sooner than they should, and the stress will invade our mind like a bug infesting the trees. So let's break the cycle of stress in the moment you listen to what you actually need. Oftentimes it is simply a recharging break that makes all the difference. Like a horse with blinkers, you might not see your options, but in moments of clarity you can choose to prioritize your well-being above whatever urgently needs to be achieved. There is a time and a place for stress and the rush, though not getting out of it, and you drift away from the natural course. You are here to enjoy this experience, to live with every single breath. So the timeline of your life will unfold either way, no matter if you're rushing and stressing, or being and seeing.
I hope you're feeling good today and that you already had a great week. I'm currently at my favorite beach and I could honestly stay here forever, And I could also film here forever. It's just so beautiful. I've been thinking a lot about stress recently and how much of an effect that has on our lives, and especially our health and our body, and how it all feels like when we are in those stressful moments. And I thought about that comparison when we are in a car on the motorway, when we look out of the window and we just see the world pass by because we're not able anymore to really be in the moment and be present. It just all goes by so fast and so quickly, and it almost feels like we're just running and running in those moments of stress and we can't really stop. And yeah, the world just passes by us and we just can't stop in that moment. And sometimes, at least for me, it's just I have days where I'm super stressed, and sometimes it's really difficult for me to get out of that. What I've been practicing a lot this year is to catch that moment when the stress really takes off. So when the tension arises in my body and when I feel like I'm starting to breathe very shallow and that my mind is going all over the place, I'm trying to catch that moment before it even gets to the very stressful point. So when my body starts to get really stressed and I start to get really stressed, I'm trying to catch that moment and drop what I'm doing, just taking a breather in the moment where it feels most difficult to do that. For example, I need to write an email or I need to make a call that is really important and stressing me out, and it really starts to get to me. Before it really can, I'm taking that breather moment and being like, okay, you know what, this is stressing me out right now way too much, so I'm just gonna step away from this for like 5 minutes or even 2 minutes, taking a breather, going out, breathing some fresh air, or doing like a little mini meditation, or just grabbing my journal to write down 2 sentences, doing something that calms me down, or making myself a tea, whatever that is for you. But giving yourself that break from that stressful moment, in the moment where the tension starts to rise, is the point where you're going to decrease the stress again. It's really all about preventing to get into that cycle of stress again, and catching that moment when you feel the tension rising, the stress rising in your body, and deciding what do I actually need right now, what do I need to prioritize, and taking that break and taking that breather to calm your nervous system again, and then act from there on. After that break, when I come back to what I was doing, it almost always feels so much more easy to do the task then, and sometimes what appeared so big at first is actually not as big as I thought it would be, and that really helps as well to get it done with much more clarity and much more self-belief. This is just a technique that really supported me this year, so I wanted to share it with you. And it's a constant reminder to be here right now in this moment, the only moment life really takes place. I have to remind myself of that all the time, and I want to remind you too with my videos that I do, that life takes place in the here and now, and that we need to remember that running through life and rushing through life doesn't give us everything, because we just watch the world go by and not actually be in the moment to feel it and to experience it and to enjoy every moment that is so valuable. Thank you so much for being here and for listening. It truly means a lot. I'm going to go for an ocean swim now. I haven't done that today, and usually I go every day. The sun has just been setting, so the water is just about to turn into a beautiful blue color. So yeah, I'm gonna get in the water now, and I'm sending you so much love and light and happiness, and hope that you have a great week, and we're gonna see us soon.